So, being a billionaire and owning a home that people don't know about is difficult, if not impossible, in an age of media surveillance. But some homes are more subtle than others. Donald Trump, for example, has his surname in giant gold letters on the front of his buildings. This guy wants you to know where he is, and that's especially easy at the moment, seeing as he's in the White House. What we're looking at is the opposite of the likes of Donald Trump. We're looking for billionaires that blend in, for those modest properties or properties that might look modest, but on closer inspection have the hallmarks of a billionaire. Or properties a little bit more secluded from public view. So what we're not looking at is the home of Mukesh Ambani, who built himself a skyscraper in the middle of Mumbai. Like Ambani, there are some that flaunt their cash and make it known that they've got money, and what better way of doing this than to have a pimped out property that you can shove in people's faces. But there are others that have enormous wealth but would prefer to keep themselves to themselves. It's these top earners that we're interested in for this video as we look at the secret houses of billionaires. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel and comment down below to give your opinions on the secret houses of billionaires. The first house we'll look at belongs to John Codwell. He's responsible for UK-based cell phone brand Phones For You and is a self-made billionaire. Now, he may not be living in the most subtle area of London, as he's bought himself a mansion in the middle of Mayfair, one of London's most expensive areas. But from the outside, the place blends into the surroundings just like any of the other period properties in the area. But inside, Codwell is turning his pad into a customized luxury home blending modern and traditional decor. The billionaire and philanthropist bought two Grade 2 listed mansions next door to each other in 2012, which he has joined together with a subterranean basement to create the UK's most expensive home at £250 million. The 15-bedroom home spans over 43,000 square feet of space. The lavish home will include 20,000 sheets of gold leaf once completed, plus a spectacular ballroom with traditional features which will be used to host charity galas. Further additions include a dining room with a river underneath, complete with tropical fish, and a cherry blossom tree installation. The swimming pool features an impressive wall installation to create a lava effect. This is part of the entertainment floor, which also includes a sauna, jacuzzi, and gym, plus a game room with its own pool table. A cinema is also part of the basement entertainment complex. Away from the fun, for John and his family there are private quarters situated at the front of the grand property, with space for 3 people. All in all, it's very impressive space, but one that could easily be missed on the streets of London. But if you went inside, it'd definitely be a house you wouldn't forget in a hurry. Now, this next house didn't belong to a billionaire during the 1990s, only a millionaire. It may well do now, as it exists on what is known as Billionaires Row on the Bishop's Avenue. This is a very significant house, as author Salman Rushdie lived here during the 1990s when his life was at threat. After publishing the novel The Satanic Verses, Indian-British author had a target put on him. Iranian cleric Ayatollah Khomeini told the world that he had issued the death penalty for Rushdie, and the fear was that someone would act upon that. This started a period of hiding where the author needed a house capable of securing him from attack. This became 9 The Bishop's Avenue on Billionaires Row. David Ashton Hill, the architect who renovated the home for Rushdie, has said that it was a sensitive and fast-track job completed in 9 months in 1991 and 1992. He said the first priority was a strong security gate and then a porch with a double door to create a space where people could be searched before entry. Then came triple-glazed, bulletproof glass, a network of security cameras, enhanced outer walls, and accommodation for 6 live-in police officers. In the center of the house is an octagonal reception hallway with doors and corridors leading off of it. One of the exits was to a safe room. The shape of the room was deliberate to increase the likelihood that attackers would fail to find the right door quickly enough to get through. Since Rushdie was forced to move out in the late 90s, number 9 has since had several additions, including a 2-room extension to its 2nd floor and the addition of a kidney-shaped swimming pool. So although not disclosed, it's quite likely that a billionaire lives there now. We're over halfway through our video now, so just a little reminder to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more top quality videos on luxury. Graham Hart is a billionaire that most of you haven't heard of, but he's New Zealand's richest man. With a reputation of taking struggling companies and improving their efficiency, the businessman has amassed a net worth of $11 billion. As you can imagine, he has several properties, but one is secluded to the point it exists on an island. Not a private island, that would be particularly cool, but one that is well known for attracting New Zealand's wealthy. According to the editor of the local Waiheke Island community newspaper, there are so many wealthy people hidden away, says George Gardner. The general community don't know who they are. One of these people is Hart, who has a property, a large mansion nested in Waiheke Island's Church Bay, where a handful of other multi-million-dollar properties and their rich owners can be found. This property is reportedly one of several sections of land he owns in the area that together made up the Church Bay Farm. Hart purchased several sections of land in 2004 2004 and 2005 to build a streamlined white beach house with a guest wing and a swimming pool. He has spent more than $26 million on the collection of neighboring land blocks to create his farm. Although the mansion has a modest bedroom count, no doubt Hart will be using his land to increase this in the future to create some kind of secluded super mansion. If you're a billionaire, then owning a country manor in the heart of England might be high on your list of spends. It was for Victoria's Secret owner Leslie Wexner. In 1997, he bought Foxcote House in the heart of Warwickshire, England for between £3 and £8 million, but managed to keep it under wraps until 2015. He has restored the house into a $20 million shooting estate, flies his family and friends into the estate by helicopter once a year, and has built a giant hedge around it to keep his ownership secret. The property sits deep in the English countryside, but Wexner felt the need to give it a little bit more protection from the outside world. The Wexners attend the annual pheasant shooting season each October and host traditional British shooting parties in a former Catholic chapel that adjoins the house. The house also boasts a mezzanine gallery, 11 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a suite, and 2 dressing rooms. The billionaire made his fortune when he bought Victoria's Secret, a struggling chain of lingerie stores predominantly aimed at men, for $1 million in 1982. He transformed the company by revamping it and focusing his lingerie on women, and the rest is history. Now he's buying up mansions in England for fun and hosting shooting parties. According to the reports, the house was in a dilapidated state in the 1960s when it belonged to Christopher Boot Holman, an heir to the British Boots the Chemist empire. But Holman started the restoration and Wexner completed the job to turn it into a bespoke shooting lodge fit for a lingerie tycoon. In contrast, investment guru Warren Buffett might be worth around $80 billion, but his home is a lot more modest than that. In 1958, Buffett purchased his 6,570 square foot Omaha home for just $31,500, and he still lives there today. You'd never know that one of the richest billionaires is behind those doors. With inflation and a market rising that still only takes the value to $800,000, which, although not cheap, doesn't really compare to the other houses on this list, valued in the millions to the tens of millions. Buffett's home has 5 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. Fences and security cameras guard the property. Why hasn't Buffett moved to a more extravagant home? In his own typically to-the-point words, he says, "I'm happy there. I'd move if I thought I'd be happier someplace else." And that about does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss a video from us.